Alright guys, what is going on? It's Jack here again. Just driving home from the gym, and I haven't done a video on YouTube for about a week, and it's just because I've been sorting out a lot to do. Just some life stuff. If you guys didn't know, I haven't really spoken much about it. I might be moving from my hometown, so it's exciting. I'm just looking at arrangements for that and just sorting some stuff out to and from. I'm not going to say where yet because I'm not 100% sure if I am just yet, but I'm looking at some places there. So it's some exciting stuff. You'll probably hear about that down the line. Now, today I want to talk a bit about just how to sell on Amazon and how to be successful selling on Amazon. And these things might be self-explanatory, they might be obvious, but they're things that people tend to miss because they get caught up in numbers, they get caught up in just the nitty-gritty kind of thing of it. But you really have to have a strong foundation when it comes to selling on Amazon, a strong foundation when it comes to selling products in general. And there's only a few things, really. I'm just working off the top of my head. And I thought it'd be better if I did this face-to-face instead of in front of a computer, because it's a little bit better to follow along when you're talking face-to-face. And if you guys want to, and I do recommend this, jot this down and write this down, and even write it on a whiteboard or somewhere where you can keep it, maybe on a post-it note, stick it on your computer, and just keep this in mind when you're looking at products to sell. First thing, we're going to get right into it now. First thing that is the most important when selling on Amazon or selling anything in general, I'm going to niche this down to selling on Amazon, of course, but first thing that you guys want to make sure of with selling on Amazon is that you have a product, and keep this in mind when you're doing product research. You have a product that solves a problem, whether that's a problem for elders, whether it's a problem for babies, whether it's a problem for the mothers of those babies, whether that's a problem for teenagers, anything, whether it's a problem for dads, mums, dads, anything, uncles, aunts, whatever your niche, whatever your niche is, whatever your target market is, your product is solving a problem. Now, I'm going to niche this down, product off the top of my head, baby toothbrush. So, baby toothbrush, what does that solve? Well, as you know, regular toothbrushes, they, the bristles are going to be hard, especially on babies' teeth. And when they start teething, they're going to be a lot more sensitive to a regular toothbrush. So baby toothbrushes do solve that problem. Now, who's your target audience going to be? Obviously babies, but as babies can't buy it, it's going to be the mothers, the fathers, the parents. So that solves a problem. Now, number two, and this is the most important. You know what? I'm going to leave it at two, because these are the most important things when it comes to selling on Amazon. So number one is your product solving a problem. Number two, strong branding. So strong branding is huge when it comes to Amazon, and I talk about a lot about this in the course, and definitely going to be talking about it more from here on out as well. Is you have to have a strong brand. So let's go back to the baby toothbrushes. Let's just say if you named your brand, off the top of my head, let's just say something I don't know, something like the teething crew or whatever. You were niching it down for babies. Obviously, something like that, or something to do with, if you were sticking with baby toothbrushes and along the line of oral care for babies or something like that, and you named it something to do with babies and toothbrushes, something to do with babies and teething. If you had a strong brand that had a really cool logo that was, that looked interesting for parents, and looked interesting for especially new parents, they're going to be really into that kind of thing. If you have a strong brand, then you are more than likely going to attract customers, and when you get more products down the line, you're more than likely going to sell more, in my opinion. So really, guys, the two things, that's all there is to it. Two things. There's going to be a product that solves a problem for your customers, and strong branding. That's it. So really, guys, it's self-explanatory, but you have to, and write this down as well. This is not going to be a very long video. I'm going to wrap it up in a second, but really, those things you need to write down. When you're doing product research, you always need to think to yourself, am I solving a problem? If you're solving a problem, it doesn't matter how bad your marketing is, how bad your advertising is. If you have a product that solves a problem and that helps people, you are going to sell your product. And obviously you have to make sure that your product looks good and that it's good quality. And you need to make sure that, when you're talking to suppliers and whatnot. But if it solves a problem and if it's something that people need, then it will sell. It will sell. Have a look at all the products that you've bought down the line. Have a look at all the products that you constantly use, and the products that you've experienced. The ones that have stuck around the longest, the ones that you keep on buying, they're more than likely products that solve a problem for you, or products that you need. So really just think about that. And number two, when it comes to branding, if you're not sure on what category or what niche you want to sell in, yes, you can do a more generic brand and you can sell more generic products, but if you want a long-term solution, you really need to niche it down to a brand. And if it makes it easier for you, do a product or niche, a product line or niche that you enjoy, that you like yourself. You might find more motivation, but more than likely you got to have a product or niche that is in high demand, and you can put your own spin on, and you can niche it down to your own particular brand. So if you want to go into baby toothbrushes, do a particular type of baby toothbrushes. Go ahead, talk to suppliers, be creative. That's the other thing. Actually, number three as well, I'm gonna chuck this one in there just on the side before we finish this video. Be creative. So really, when it comes down to creating products, so obviously one is you need a product that solves a problem, you need a product that helps people. Two, strong branding. And three, be creative. Don't sell the exact same thing as everyone else. Make sure that you are being creative. Make sure that you are trying to you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but you're just trying to put your own spin on it. So I know, and I'm not going to reveal the product, but I have a student. I'm trying to think of the word. I have a student that is selling a certain product in the beauty niche, in the beauty category, and he pretty much got to the first page pretty quickly, and he's just about on his way to getting the Amazon's Choice badge. He did have it, and I think he's lost it now. He's trying to get it back, because it is pretty competitive even on the AU market. He's trying to get it back now, but he got to the first page pretty quickly. And if you have a look at the products in the niche that he's selling, and you have a look at the other products, they're all pretty similar. They're all pretty much the same color. He's done his a really nice bright color, and he's got a product that stands out. He's done really nice photos. He hasn't reinvented the wheel. He's just made sure that it's a product that helps people, made sure that it's a product that solves a problem, and he has been creative with his. He's done a color that no one else is doing, and all he's done is change the color, and all he would have had to do with that was find either a supplier that sells it, or ask them if they can do that color, because you want to have and his brand, his logo reflects that color as well. So I really do like it. If you're watching this, you know what product I'm talking about for the student that's selling this. So that's pretty much the three things, and I'm going to wrap this video up now. One, you want to make sure that you have a product that solves a problem for people. Two, you want to make sure that you have strong branding on your product. And three, you want to make sure that you are being creative. Don't sell the same thing as everyone else. Make sure that you have your own spin on it as well. So apart from that, guys, hope this video helped you. Make sure to jot these three things down and keep them there as a baseline for when you are looking at products and when you're looking to sell. Apart from that, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.